In a small village named Ilara, nestled by the wide blue sea, lived a poor fisherman. His name was Silas. The village was quiet, and the days passed slowly like the gentle waves upon the shore. Most people in Ilara did not have much, but Silas, he had even less. His little cottage was old and worn, standing near the water's edge. The wind whistled through the cracks in the wooden walls, especially on cold nights. He lived a simple life, a life of waiting and wishing, but mostly a life of just getting by, day after day, with the sea as his constant companion. Silas woke before the sun painted the sky with its morning colors. His breakfast was often just a memory of yesterday's small fish, if he had been lucky. Hunger was a familiar ache in his belly, a guest that never seemed to leave. Yet despite his hardships and the emptiness of his pockets, Silas had a kind heart. He would share a smile with the children of the village. He would mend his old net with patient hands. He never cursed his luck, not allowed anyway. He simply accepted his lot, hoping for a small change, a tiny blessing from the vast ocean that stretched before him. His fishing rod was old and bent, his most precious possession. It had been his father's and his father's father's before him. His boat was small and leaked a little, so he always had to bail out water. Every morning he would push his little boat into the waves. The sea was a giant, sometimes calm, sometimes angry. It held many secrets in its deep, dark waters. Silas knew its moods well. He would row out far from the shore and cast his line. He would sit and wait, the sun warming his weathered face, his eyes fixed on the endless horizon where the sky met water. Hope was a little bird that sang in Silas's heart, even on the greyest days. Each time he cast his line, it felt like sending a prayer into the deep. He dreamed not of riches, but of a good catch, enough fish to fill his stomach for a day, perhaps enough to sell a few for a warm blanket or a new pair of shoes. The other villagers sometimes looked at him with pity. "Poor Silas," they would whisper. "He tries so hard, but the sea gives him so little." But Silas kept his hope, a tiny flickering flame against the wind of his misfortune. One morning, the air felt different. It was not the usual salty breeze. A strange stillness hung over Ilara as Silas walked to his boat. The sky was a canvas of soft grey and pale pink, beautiful and a little unsettling. Silas looked up. He felt a tiny shiver, not from cold, but from something else, a feeling he could not name. It was as if the day held a secret, just for him. He pushed his boat into the quiet water. The sea seemed to be holding its breath, waiting for something to happen, just as he was. He rowed to his usual spot.